Good evening and welcome to Scrapbooking with a Twist. I am making my second embellishment today for the next week's embellishment swap, and so I thought I would share it with you today. This is going to be, it was anything Easter, so I looked at my bunny rabbits and my Easter eggs and all that kind of stuff, and I thought, you know, that just didn't where my heart is. I just didn't want to do that. And so I came up with this to do for my embellishment. So that's what we're going to make today. I will show you what, I don't have it over here actually. Let me get that die. Sorry about that. That I used for that. Sorry, I usually try to have those near. This is the die. I actually have two of them. We bought them to do something at church with, and my friend wanted to borrow it, and she took it home with her, but she didn't think she did. And I thought I just lost it because she was sure she didn't have it. And then, sure enough, after I bought another one, she found it. So anyway, I have two. But it's one that I just ordered off Amazon, so I don't even think it had a brand. And then I'm using frayed burlap to ink with. And this was just craft. And I used two different embossing folders. I used the wood grain embossing folder, and I just put it in. Oops, I've got part of that turned back. That's about to come off. That's not good. Here, I'm going to trade that one out. I put it in just part way for the wood grain on the crosses, and then I used this cobblestone to do the bottom part with. I really liked this one better. Let's see if I have another one that I like better. Here's one I like. Let's use this one. Anyway, the cobblestone down here and then the wood grain up there, which I just put, I'll show you how I do it, to use two different ones. It's not the easiest thing in the world. I put it in and put it further than you want it to. And then, because this will make a ridge, and then I just put the plate here and then run it to the edge of the plate and then stop. And that way it doesn't give you that ridge that's around the edge of the die cut. So that's how I do two different die cuts, and it's not the easiest thing in the world. And I did it in my electric one where you can't really see exactly where it stops and starts. So anyway, that's, like I said, it's not the easiest thing to do, but it's how I did it. I don't know how right it is, but I did it anyway. So, I do have to ink these, so I think I'll do the twist right away. I was going to pre-do some of this stuff, and I just didn't get it. The last one I did, when I did my embellishment, I did two videos today, was also a thing from Facebook, and this is too. I save those when I run across them that I really like. But this one is too, and it says, "We do not raise our kids in church so that they grow up perfect. We do not raise our kids in church because it magically makes them unable to sin or holier than thou. We do, however, raise our kids in church so that when they mess up and when they fall short, they know just who to run to. So they know that their Savior will never leave them or forsake them, and that no matter how big or small their mess up might be, their Savior will never forsake them." And I thought, you know, that is so true. How many times have I raised my kids in church, but it didn't keep them from messing up and doing things that I wish they hadn't done, and they wish they hadn't done. But the good thing is they know who to run to. They know who to turn to. I thought of the prodigal son, the story in the Bible of the prodigal son, and he had been raised just like his brother, who stayed home and didn't go off and squander his life and act foolishly. I'm not going to go too deep into that story. That'll be for another time. But when he did come to the realization that he had really messed up, he knew what to do, and he came home to the Father. So I think that's just, I thought, when I saw that on there, I thought, you know, I think people think, oh, you just think your kids are holier than thou, but they mess up just like anybody else. Church isn't a place for perfect people. It's a place just for people that are sinners saved by grace, where it should be more like a hospital, like the song says. And so I thought that was pretty good. I'm just trying to kind of distress and touch the edges of this just to give it a softer look around the edges on all of these things, on the crosses as well as the circles. This is a 4-inch circle. This is a 3.5-inch circle, and they're just a nesting die set. So as soon as I get this one, this will come together very quickly. But I just couldn't bring myself to do Easter eggs. I did see a really cute thing on Facebook the other day about Easter too. And I may try to find that again and put it in my stuff to do as a twist. Okay, so I want to I'm going to set this aside, get this set aside. You can probably still see that previous, I didn't even clean my desk off. I want to go ahead and put the crosses on this. I think I want just a little more ink on this one. I thought about actually inking the wood grain, but I didn't. I just wanted the edges so that it would stand out. You could drag it across the wood grain. I did drag it across these rocks down below just a little bit. Okay, let's get that out of the way. So we are just going to glue this down, and I want it at the very bottom so that at least that center cross will stick up above. Oh, I was going to show y'all something. Someone asked me about this here a while back. This is a Vienna sausage can. My grandsons, don't judge me, my grandsons love Vienna sausages. And so I have like 3 of these on my desk, covered them in scrap paper, and they are perfect for your bone folder, your little punch thing, your jewel picker, your tweezers, your glue. They're amazing because you can put your glue in it and keep it upside down so that it doesn't stick and clog up, and it's always ready for you. So I absolutely love my little Vienna sausage cans. And then this is what I keep, like my border strips and the pieces that I trim off in, and it's a Pringles can. And my rulers, everything go in that. And so they stay on my desk, and I remember to use them better by doing that. So those are just a couple of my really cheap things that I use. I saw someone else the other day that used a Pringles can. And somebody on one of the groups that I did asked, how do you store your border strips? And I don't know what everybody else said, but I told her Pringles can, because I do it. And I didn't used to. I kept them in a drawer, and I would forget to use my border strips. And so I thought, you know, I've got to do something so that they're out where I see them, and they don't take up hardly any space that way. And so my grandson, again, was over here, and his mom had sent Pringles with him for a snack. And I thought, oh, perfect. I can use the Pringles can. And then since then, I've seen several people that do. Okay, so I've got that glued on to this one. I'm just going to turn it over and trim it away. Just like that. Make sure it's kind of pretty smooth. I've got one little area I think I want to trim right there. And then I will go back and ink that. Get those sticky things out of the way. That's not staying. Yeah, it is. Okay. Get that where it's down good. These embellishments cannot be thick. Now, the main swap, where you do 10, they can be thick, but these cannot be thick. They have to be thin enough to mail like a letter. So I'm going to go ahead and ink this bottom part. Ink it pretty good. So that gets that part of it. And then we're just going to put it on here to finish it off. Nothing spectacular, nothing hard, just an Easter embellishment that's about the real reason for Easter. And like I said, I just couldn't bring myself to do the bunny rabbits. If I do another one, I may do eggs and bunny rabbits, but not this one. Okay, there we go. So and this background paper, all of these embellishments are just absolutely using scraps, and that's why I like to do it so much. The crosses, I did use a full sheet of craft paper, and this that's on these 3.5-inch circles was a full sheet of paper that I've had in my stash for a long, long time. On the little wheelbarrows and everything with the flowers in them that I did earlier, that was all, absolutely all, just scraps. So there you go, your crosses for Easter. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a blessed day, and see you later. Thanks for dropping by. If you liked these embellishments, if you like my channel, please give me a thumbs up. Help me grow my channel, and I hope you enjoyed just the little short twist that we put in on it and that it blesses your day. Thank you.